Well, welcome along here to a sunny English park for this Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup final between Cashmere Technical in the yellow versus Ferrymead Bays in the white. Glorious day here at English Park, and my name's Craig Crawford, and I've been joined here by Fraser Angus to bring you this game. We have the two sides just recently have had their semi-finals, with Technical just winning on Tuesday against Nomads, a good 3-0 win. Good to see a good crowd here, Fraser.
Yeah, very decent turnout, eh? The weather's quite a nice day for it, and stands are packed out, aren't they?
Stands are packed out. There's not too many woolly hats. We're usually during the season when we're here on a Tuesday night, there's usually plenty of rugs and woolly hats, but not today.
Hopefully they're treated to a good game.
Should be, yeah. I think.
Please be upstanding as we observe a minute silence following yesterday's tragic passing of Queen Elizabeth II.
So the crowd will just have a moment's silence for Queen Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Well, good nod there, and plenty of sporting fixtures around the country where we're doing this. And of course, in England, we've got no football at all. They were all having a break and in remembrance. So good to see. So it looks like we'll have the referees today. We've got a Caleb Downs. A quick fact there: his father won the English Cup back in '97-98 for Hawesville United. So
Very interesting.
Oh yeah, actually, yes, it's got a few photos of him in compromising positions with that cup. Actually, and I'll try to keep those to myself. Assisted by Regan Preston and Subo Saka. Simon Myers is the fourth official. And home side for the day, or the away side, Ferrymead Bays. Well, it's got a familiar look throughout the season. They've been a great side to watch improve, haven't they, Fraser? Got the likes of Michael White, keeps scoring goals. Sometimes he doesn't look like he's out there, but he comes out and scores goal, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's very dangerous. He pops out of nowhere. He's got electric pace, doesn't he? And
good to see Ryan Stanley back on this team sheet as well. He's another man who could be a danger man for this Alan Walker coach side. And Cashmere Technical, well, the team you have your knee won't let you play for anymore, Fraser.
Unfortunately not, that.
Unfortunately not. So Garvin Coughlin showed a bit of class out here on Tuesday night with a well-finished goal. Who else is going to bring goals for the technical side tonight?
Yeah, Garvin's a big danger, of course, and Lyle's always in and around the goal and creating opportunities, and Declan Tyndall out there today as well, who's got a bit of pace about him.
Yeah, well, we're used to seeing him come on late in the game, actually, aren't we? But he's definitely improved as a player over the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's still young, and he's still got a...
And Sam Richards looks like he might be playing in a bit of a higher position in jersey 30 as well.
They won't know what to do up there, will he?
Well, yeah, well, he has played there in schoolboy football, I know that. But here at Bay's getting the kick-off. James Dehan has launched it forward. Might be a bit of breeze out there, but pretty sheltered here at English Park. The other game today... Well, the Murph just, Chris Murphy there just catching one.
Put his head down though, didn't he?
He definitely put his head down, and I'm not sure if it's a free kick or a drop ball there that referee Downs He's going to give a free kick. Well, that's interesting. You can. I've seen those going the other way when people have put their head in dangerous positions.
Yeah, it's a bit soft, isn't it?
Gives a bit of an opportunity here, an early opportunity for the Ferrymead Bays. The ball's actually blown around a bit, but Reece Williams on the ball will float it in. Can't get it beyond the first player though. McIsaac clears it. Louis Bush dispossessed. And lucky no fast break, and that's where Cashmere Technical will be at their most dangerous when they get a bit of go forward. Storer with the clearance. Only goes as far as Dehan. Dehan out to Murphy.
Oops.
Well, Murphy's played plenty of football, and there won't be too many times he's made mistakes like that one.
No, this is probably his 21st English Cup final, I'd say.
Been around a long time. Dehan off to Oikawa. Stanley with a left-footed opportunity. Struck it well. Knight just happy to see that one drift wide of his right hand upright. Well, there's another game of football in Christchurch today of some importance with the Southern League qualifier. For FC 2011 taking on the Dunedin qualifier Roslyn Walkery.
I think they won 3-0, didn't they? They were up 3-0 at one stage.
Yeah, got to 4.
4.
So, yep, the home advantage for FC 2011 has paid off. They've got themselves a 4-0 advantage. They'll go down to Dunedin next week to play at Alice Park. And we'll see if the Southern boys can get a good pressure in here on Tom Swartz by Michael White. Yep, he's tidied up his haircut for today's fixture by the looks. He's a bit harder to recognise, but that has got a good look about it, this front line of Ferrymead Bays.
Yeah, very dangerous, aren't they? Kosai on the other wing, he's been impressive this season.
Well, Ferrymead Bays have actually done very well against the top sides, haven't they, this season? I think they've played Cashmere Technical 3 times, twice in the league, 1 in the Chatham Cup, and gone down by a single goal each time. Coughlin releasing Tyndall. Taripa's gone out there just to shore things up. Corey Vickers has added something to this Cashmere Technical side since he's come down from eastern suburbs.
Yeah, experienced player. He's very vocal, isn't he?
Very vocal, knows what he knows, and he's willing to share it, that's for sure. But
not sure the referees like him, but
well, he's not out there for the referees, is he? But he tries to get the best out of any team he plays in. And it'll be all important when this Cashmere side reaches the National League. Of course, they've got that all ahead of them over the next few months. And Ferrymead Bays, well, this is it. Last game of the season for them, so got a tasty little opportunity for them to end on a high after a 5th place finish in the Southern League. And I'd say they, although they, as we were saying, they did get points off all the top sides. A draw with, I think they got a draw with both Christchurch United and Cashmere Technical, who are both heading National League ways. But they also beat Christchurch United to get here.
yeah,
In the semi-final.
yeah, strong into the season for them. Lots to build on for next year, haven't they?
Certainly do. Young centre-back pairing there of Alex Meekham and Daniel Metherall for Ferrymead Bays have been improving as the season's gone on. A bit unusual loose pass in there from the Cashmere Technical side. As they both sort of just test each other out at this early stages. Searching ball forward. All the experience in the world and the And the number 6 shirt there for Cashmere Technical captain Tom Swartz, just letting that one run by him. Lockie McIsaac there on the right back. He's come on quite well this season. Starting to make that left back position his own.
Yeah, just new to the club this year, but he's been very impressive. Down from Auckland. Former Birkenhead player.
He was amongst their lineup when they won the Chatham Cup, wasn't he?
Yeah, he scored a penalty in the shootout to win it.
How old's he?
He's just 22, I believe, 23.
And down here with uni, isn't he?
Yeah, just down here for uni.
Yeah.
I think he just chased his girlfriend down here, actually. I think that was his excuse to come.
Oh, there's worse reasons to come down. Great to see some junior representation around the ground. They're not too interested. They're having a good gate there, which is a great bit at English Park here. The kids can take notice, enjoy the game out the back.
Sure they'll be quick to be vocal if a goal goes in.
Well, that's what cup finals need, doesn't they? They need an early goal. So I wonder who's going to pop up and score that here today. Luke Tongue back out at right back. Of a missed pass with no direction, but he ended up with Danny Knight. So Luke Tongue had a bit of midfield time on Tuesday, but he's slotted back out there to right back where he's been playing most of his football. So young Alex Ballard in the middle there. One of the under 20 players. In the 8 shirt. He's got himself back into that midfield. There he is on the ball. Touch looks to get forward. Under a bit of pressure. Richards back into Matheson. Recycling it well here. Cashmere Technical. A square ball across. Bit of risk on that, but Tongue and Storer able to provide the support. Coughlin's come a bit deeper to try to create some go forward. He does so, receives the ball from Ballard. Swartz, head's gone up. Left foot's ready to fire.
Tommy Turbo.
Got into Richards. Richards under pressure. He's gone for a big speculator there and just got too much of it. Must be always a bit threatening from a opposition point of view when you see Tom Swartz start to eat away a few yards. You know you could release it or just keep on running.
He's so quick as well. He's surprisingly quick when he's when you're trying to keep up with him.
It's ball for Storer. Challenging with Michael White. Done well there. Storer and Lapsley into Vickers. Vickers clipping it forward into Tyndall. Tyndall doing well to keep the ball there. Lapsley goes safe. And they'll switch the play.
Just a little bit late from Alex there.
Mistimed that one completely, really, on James Dehan. Well, it was a feature of Ferrymead Bays' victory over at Christchurch United, how their high press and defensive structure really strangled the go forward from Christchurch United, and you can see much of that here today so far. If they can keep it up for a large amount of minutes, they're going to make it tricky. Oh, wayward ball there from Dehan, and Tyndall's setting away down the line.
Good cover from Micklem.
Tarupa's got a good piece of that. Tongue's got back well. Akawa. Fortunately, that ball by Luke White, who's got himself in a more central position today, underneath the top two. Wasn't able to get Akawa down that left-hand side. Ballard doing well there to get the ball and back under position for the team in yellow. Storer searching ball forward. It's got to Vickers. Vickers with an invention. But the sideline wins that race. Well, I suppose Cashmere Technical, we're going to have to be used to playing on this pitch. We're going to be here all summer. We weren't able to find a grass pitch to play on, so it's going to see a bit of National League football here at English Park.
Once again, yeah.
What are the boys going to be thinking about that, Fraser?
Probably how tough it is in the heat again. It's so hot on the feet when it gets to those 30-degree days.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that there'll be no shortage of good grass growth down here in Canterbury, but we're going to be playing both the National League fixtures on artificials.
Yeah.
The only two in town. Bit of a pity. Oh my goodness. There'll be a reaching to the pocket there, surely.
First yellow card of the day, definitely. For Lockie.
Well, there's some intent in that one. Sent Luke White flying.
Dangerous area for Ferrymead.
Well, there's murmurings of red cards from the crowd. Good to see a good bit of engagement. But at least everyone's all right. We get to live another day. And it's Luke White on the ball. He's asked for 10. It's a very dangerous area here. Danny Knight will be setting up his two-man wall.
Some big players in that Ferrymead team, so should be some good battles out there.
Look for Stanley. It's driven straight and flat. Good option. Matheson's got on the ball trying to get it out to Tyndall. He's done well.
Good tackle from Murphy.
Murphy is in a good experience just to shut that opportunity, that avenue down. And Coughlin doesn't want to do any of the throwing in. McIsaac, go back to Storer. Tongue. Releasing Richards, who's found himself wide on the right-hand side. A lovely little nod forward. Can he beat the player? It's a good tackle in there by Bush, but Richards just got himself back on his feet and got it back. Vickers to Ballard. Ballard looks to straighten things up, but loses it to White. Both sides look like they've got plenty of running in them, and there's a good bit of pressure in there from Ryan Stanley. Akawa can't beat Vickers. So we opportunity here to spread the play. Coughlin not going down the left. And switch the play out to Tongue. Richards is out with him. Tongue, considering his options, goes back to Richards. All the way back to Storer. Well, there's a bit more wind coming into this game. Ferrymead back at this, blowing through onto Ferrymead's back at the moment, I think, and can be a good advantage.
To play, eh?
It should do. It really just the wind just either goes right behind either of the team, doesn't it? It doesn't come across field much here at English Park.
No.
Really is a bit of a funnel. Again, good defensive pressure from Michael White. We'll restart from a go kick to McIsaac. Coughlin's getting involved by playing a bit deeper at the moment. And what a ball through to Richards. If he can get onto this could be opportunities. Richards onto Bush, lays it back. Goes Ballard, but his posture suggested that was always going to go over.
Yeah, great ball by Garvin there to set Sam on his way. He's the man that Tack are going to look for to create a lot of the chances going forward, aren't they?
Certainly is. Well, he's dropped deeper in the midfield at this stage, hasn't he? Just trying to get things started. And Richards definitely would pose a problem for most defences. He's got a bit of toe on him. Coughlin getting the ball under control. Drifts along. Inside Murphy, but Metherall or Taripa on his. The ball fortunately spills out to a Ferrymead shirt. Into the feet of Stanley. Goes back into Dehan. Akawa out wide on the left. Gets the ball, looks to get the better of Tongue, but cannot do that. Good experienced player there, and Luke Tongue. Kosai Akawa is, as you said earlier, a player who threatens to be dangerous, but how many times does he pop up and score out there or deliver the ball? You know, he's, I think he could be a bit more attacking out there.
Yeah, he's not really came on the scene a lot this year, and he's been quite impressive. He's very quick, very direct. Gave Luke Tongue a tough time in our first game of the season.
He always looks to get forward, doesn't he? He's, as you said, direct player. Looking through these benches, they're quite, other than got Sam Lapsley in the Cashmere bench, but both benches are pretty young. More than likely a lot of under 19 players out there, you'd think, by my knowledge anyway.
Yeah, very young Cashmere bench. 3 of the boys have just been on school tournament all week.
As with the same with the Ferrymead Bays one actually.
Yeah, good to see. Good to see the youth getting a chance.
Sure is. The I won't call it an experiment, but obviously with New Zealand football putting in these criteria of trying to bring the youth through. There's a few doubters in the day, weren't there, when it first came up, but you see the under-19 side, the New Zealand under-19 side is over in Tahiti at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, Cashmere boy Kean Donker is doing very well.
Yeah.
4 goals on his first
what a great
first competitive game.
Yeah, done very well. And would he if he was here, you reckon he might be starting for Cashmere Technical?
I think he would definitely be in with a shout. He's been very good the last few months for us.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely be missed. But here comes Luke Tongue on the ball, just outside, out in yard line, gone back to Coughlin. Can't get across past Dehan. James Dehan, captain, physical trainer, does a lot behind the scenes with Ferrymead Bays, I believe.
Yeah, he's been very good for football in the region, hasn't he? He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Nobody still understands a word he says, but
well, we're all learning. Taripa coming out and stopping any sort of opportunity there. The long ball, Stanley encouraging his centre forward partner and Michael White to get on the end of those. Good confident player when he's playing well. Ryan Stanley's very dangerous. Has he been out for a bit of an injury recently? I don't think he featured in the semi-final win against Christchurch United, but he definitely is always amongst the goal scorers in the Southern League. Here comes Akiwa. Searching ball forward, briefly, back onto him. He's gone for the long range one. And he's either copped a bit of a tap there or is really disappointed with his shot and he stayed down.
I think he's got a sore one to the leg, it looks like.
Just a bit of a follow through, maybe collected the defender. Optimistic shot from there, but that's the kind of thing in cup football, those can change the game.
Got the wind behind him as well, so why not? Have a go.
Have a go.
Dangerous break for them though, for Ferrymead.
Yeah, well,
back to Ryan Stanley. He's very tough player to play against when he's on his day. Definitely scores a lot of goals. Smart player.
He's another one who has a father who would have had his hands on the English Cup in times. I'm sure Paul Stanley, back in the Christchurch technical days, would have raised that trophy and no doubt had a wee swig out of it.
I'm sure he's here watching somewhere as well.
I'm not sure about, there's a few other fathers out there I might have played against in time. Definitely Neil Murphy, Chris Murphy's father. So there's a good bit of heritage in Christchurch football. Looks like Kosai Akawa's just going to head to the sideline for a bit of treatment. Well, as this English Cup does have a lot of heritage, 103rd final. This English Park and English Cup, both named after the same man. They're back in the day when football was in its early stages here in Christchurch. Robert English was one of the more predominant players to help the game establish. Here's Lyle Matheson with the ball in front of him. So gets the ball under. But Bush coming back and making a nuisance of himself. Scott Bays have got behind the ball again, but Coughlin's going to spread it out to McIsaac. Richards is trying to thread the ball through, but our first corner of the day, I think. Was going to go the way of Cashmere. Well, how much time does the Swartz brothers spend talking about corners? They love it, don't they?
Yeah, I think that's all they did when they were growing up, just corners.
Just corners.
Some big boys to aim for in there.
Their old man just used to pummel them in and they just hung around the 6-yard box, you reckon?
Yeah, I think that's all they worked on when they were young.
Is that another corner? Vic is just about getting a bit of a annoying little clip on it. It was Matheson with an outswinging corner, which is interesting. Cashmere love an in-swinging corner and putting it on the 6-yard box and just getting bodies in there, and there's plenty of times that's resulted in a goal.
Don't know if they're just trying to avoid Coe, who loves to come out and
good battle, isn't it?
swing punches at the ball.
Swartz winning that header. Dehan, it's getting enough on it. Murphy to lob it forward. Vickers finds Richards and supports.
Need to get Garvin higher, don't they? He's almost playing as a 6 at the moment.
Yeah, he certainly is. But the defensive shape from Ferrymead Bays is strong again.
Yeah,
well organised.
They're a frustrating team to play against. They're hard to break down. We've struggled this season against them.
Yeah, well drilled. Obviously a very experienced coach and Alan Walker in charge. They have them well drilled. Tyndall trying to weave his way out of a tight area there. Fortunately getting a wee touch and getting the throw in. Coughlin launches the ball forward, but just couldn't get it straight enough to give Tyndall something to chase on to. Well, 25 minutes into this, we haven't seen many chances, have we, just yet?
Game of chess at the moment, isn't it?
Both sides just checking each other out, trying to find the weaknesses. Oh, Tongue, hoping that was going to dribble out, but was at the corner flag and stay in. Coughlin, well, ended up on the deck there. Swartz out to McIsaac. Tyndall battling away to get the better out of that. Bit of a loose touch. Murphy's there to take the pressure out of the situation. Bush just nodding it on.
Luke Tung not happy about something.
I think he felt that there might have been another touch on there, but Bays just want to play it down the right, down this end of the field, don't they? Keep the ball away from those danger areas. Give Cashmere Technical plenty to work on if they want to come forward and attack. They're going to have to be patient and build up. Knight, Swartz and Storer just playing around with it to try to draw Ferrymead Bays forward, create a bit of space forward, and here goes longer ball through to McIsaac. Shut down quickly. Richards and McIsaac just coming undone there. Murphy into White. White back into Dehan, but Dehan doing well there under pressure just to keep the ball with his team. Bush looking forward. Can't see anything. He's gone back to Dehan. Stanley able to turn. But there's plenty of yellow shirts in front of him, and Meekham doing well to get the ball back to Metherall. Coughlin now playing in the higher role. Luke White just looking for his brother there with that little touch, but well, Cashmere Technical looking for a 6th title, English Cup title in a row. There'll be a few players out there that would have been involved in all of those winnings. Would there be? Definitely the Swartz brothers.
Yeah, Danny Knight as well, maybe.
Danny Knight, yeah. Maybe Luke Tung. McIsaac getting rid of. Ballard. Uncharacteristically playing it first time. Usually a player who can get things settled down and settled. Clever play there from Swartz.
Not the prettiest game of football, is it, Craig?
Not yet. It's threatening to open up, but it's just still moving the pawns around at the moment in this game of chess, isn't it? No one's really moving anything of substance as yet. Cashmere not being able to play anything inside the opposition half or attacking half as yet. But a few more have joined us here at English Park. The stand's looking pretty full. Fence lines got a few people on it. I'm sure Albie will be busy in the coffee cart there. Luke White looks for the switch. Misses it. Things are starting to open up a bit now. There's a bit more space out there. And Matheson now playing a bit deeper. There's Technical come across the park. Coughlin's touch. It's a bit loose. But there's a press on here from Matheson, but Metherall doing very well. Fortunately, the ball is looking to get the ball out to White. Ballard. There's Louis Bush down the left-hand side. Another player with some formidable experience at this level. Drives it into Stanley! Ryan Stanley off Louis Bush's cross. has opened this game up.
Great goal. Good play from Louis Bush down the left. Great ball in, and Ryan Stanley doing what Ryan Stanley does best. Great finish.
It was all directional, wasn't it? There's no power in it. Just tucked it inside that upright, and
Work to do for Cashmere now.
the Ferrymead Bays bench was up and ecstatic. Well, things just...
For Ferrymead Bays by number 9, Ryan Stanley.
Well, things had just started opening up there. There's a wee bit more space. I'm not sure if any of the teams meant it, but things just started opening up a bit there, and Louis Bush got himself down the left-hand side, clipped it in, found its way to the beacon of a haircut out there when Ryan Stanley, who just gently nodded in. Here's Coughlin. He's not happy with it. The way the scoreboard's reading, I'm sure he'll be out there trying to change it up.
Late from Luke Tongue there.
Yes, the second yellow of the day comes out. Well, if a game needed a goal, it was today, wasn't it? Half-hour mark.
Might liven things up a bit. Just seemed a bit too easy for them, didn't it?
It did. It did indeed. Well, there was nobody jumping with Ryan Stanley. He sort of entered the box a bit late. Well timed, obviously. But in a late-ish run in, and it was a pinpoint cross just outside the 6-yard box, and well-directed header. And although Danny Knight probably saw it all the way, it was just outside of his reach and nestled inside. So just what this game needed. What can Cashmere Technical do here? Well, I'm going to start with Danny Knight with a long goal kick. Don't see too many of those these days. All sides, a huge header in there from Metherell, was it? And again, he's throwing himself at it.
He started this game very well, hasn't he? Very strong at the back.
Yes, he has. He really has cemented a spot for himself in there. Early on in the season, he was a bit in and out of the side, but he's done well to fill the boots in there. Daniel Metherell, he's a university student here in Canterbury. Played junior football at Horsell and at Ferrymead. Cross College as well. And he's all over Coughlin, but Coughlin's well adept at making his own space. He's given it some space to McIsaac. Goes into Tyndall. Out to Richards, who's going to try to thread the ball through to the overlapping run. Dehan. Well, the crowd saw something, and so did referee Downs. One just with a wry smile there. Tried to get away with it. But he had a stand full of referees here pointing him out.
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky for Tom Shores there.
There's another player whose father bound to have his hands on the English Cup is Alex Meeklam. His father played for Christchurch Technical back in the day. And afforded the back three of Cashmere Technical having no time on the ball at all, which is great. Tenacious work from the top two for Ferrymead Bays and Stanley and White. Again.
Yeah, they're pressing hard, aren't they? They're making it hard for Cashmere to play out. Cashmere not really having many answers to the problem at the moment.
Good synchronised movements out there from the Ferrymead Bays defence, which got them here. That's what they did to Christchurch United. who had no answer. Murphy sliding through, but a bit of a connection there with Ballard. Looked unintentional, but definitely impeded his progress. Swartz, big swiping switch out to Tongue. Tongue's going to go long to Coughlin, who was immediately under pressure from Metherell. And there's the experience. Just squaring him up.
Draws the foul, doesn't he?
Give him a wee look at the ball and then take it away from him. And now there's an opportunity for Cashmere Technical to get back. This is bound to be an in-swinging one. That sun might even be a bit of a feature as the shadows get a bit longer here today. We've got Matheson on the ball. He's going to swing this one in. All the tall timbers up there. It's gone up. Here comes. Well, it must have been swirling around a lot there because Taripa seemed to have it all lined up and he ended up taking it about a foot off the ground.
Yeah, a bit unorthodox, but he's done well in the end, hasn't he?
Bush getting it to Kiwa. Kiwa's done well to get it under, but had just crept offside. McIsaac was a huge run forward there from Richards, who wanted the ball through the middle. Vickers inviting the challenge from Stanley, who missed once, but didn't miss the second time and gave himself a wee opportunity there. But Stanley doing well there to put Knight under pressure. There's the two players running towards the ball, and Stanley is asking for a corner, but Downs has said there's a wee bit too much contact in that. Keepers can be a bit of an endangered species in that area. Well protected. And still Ryan Stanley making a nuisance of himself. Murphy through the back of Tyndall. Fairley. Giving White an opportunity against Ballard down this right-hand side. Can't get it across. Well, what are Cashmere Technical going to be thinking on the sideline there, Fraser?
I think Dan Schwartz will just be trying to rally up the players at half-time. Try and work out a few solutions to trying to play out from the back and hopefully create a few more chances. Not many Cashmere shots on goal at all so far.
Only from the set plays I can recall. Well, maybe there might have been one there for Richards earlier on, which was a bit speculative, but really they've had the bulk of the possession, but it's all been down in their defensive half. And again, Stanley has made contact with the defender, and I saw referee Downs have a wee chat to him there during the break of play. There's a fine line there between pressing and committing a foul. Sometimes you're just on the end of the follow-through, aren't you, as an attacker? Tyndall working hard, creates some pressure. And wasn't far away from charging that one down. Murphy. Back into Meeklam. White just getting a wee bit of contact there from Vickers, but not overplaying it at the moment, Bays, which is nice safe football in their defensive half. Vickers gives the ball to Ballard with a bit of go forward. Matheson trying to get the ball through to Coughlin. And Ballard just with a touch too strong. Trying to get the ball to their danger man. Leading goal scorer in the Southern League, Garvin Coughlin. You wouldn't be unusual to see him not score here today. 5 minutes left in the half. And both teams, what a time to, this can be the time to score, can't it? And if you can grab one before you head down the tunnel, can really give your side a nice work in there from Vickers. McIsaac dispossessed by the retreating run. Stanley and Storer, I think they both played at Coastal Spirit together at one stage, so they'll be familiar with each other's game.
Yeah, Coastal Spirit and Western as well.
Yeah, back to Western days, yes.
Back in the glory days for the two of them. I think Alan Walker will be very happy with how Bays have played the first half.
Yes, yeah, well, that's right. He'll be. Here's an opportunity though to. Oh, and it's watched in again. It's Ryan Stanley.
I think it was an own goal from
Was it
Luke
an
Tang.
own?
Don't quite know what's happened there, but
It fair pinged off someone. Well, we might get to see a replay of that, but I'll be guessing who scored that one. Unfortunately,
I think it was Luke Tang. Off the head of Luke Tang, he's just
didn't see it.
misjudged.
Maybe
there,
just a
didn't
bit of a touch off.
Goal scored for Ferrymead Bays by number 9, Ryan Stanley.
Well, the ground announcer thinks he knows who it is. Might have been watching a bit closer than us, but what a time to score.
Yeah, just like you were saying, right on half time.
Well,
Change the team talks a little bit.
Changed as the team talks, exactly right. Could firm the instruction up from Swartz and give Alan Walker something to think about as he tries to close this one out.
Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how the wind changes both teams in the second half.
Well, I think the crowd was even shocked by that one. There wasn't much of a shout there, but another headed goal from either a defender or an attacker has really opened this game. We're going to have to see. It could change the formation. Once you get to 2, you obviously can't sit back on it, but it does give you an opportunity to sit back and sort of close out a game. Tongue with the ball in. Vickers up. There's Taripa with absolute no doubt of what he was going to do with it. Vickers was in the way, but it didn't bother Taripa at all. Huge punch.
Yeah, he's renowned for them. If he's coming, you definitely get out of the way.
Tongue looking forward and remonstrating to the players in front of him. He wants more options. Richards back to McIsaac. Clips it into Tyndall. Tyndall able to get the ball under. Straight under pressure from Murphy and Dehan. Plenty of white shirts around the plate. McIsaac with an intelligent ball to switch open to Tongue. Tongue into Coughlin. We'll try to weave some magic on Bush, but Bush has seen that all before. Akawa with getting rid of Storer under pressure, bumbling his way through, and my goodness me, Storer with absolutely no sympathy for the player in front of him.
He's a bit of a bulldozer, wasn't he?
Well, he had options. Harry, you do see centre backs there. They have that wee glint in their eye, looking for that opening, and if it closes, they don't bother. Straight through the door. And it was young Luke White who was on the receiving end there.
Probably a well-deserved yellow card.
Well, we're all up on the clock now. So the fourth official just reaches for the 2 minutes of additional time. So this is where the team talk start getting composed in the coach's head. What are they going to say? How can they change the game for the better? Murphy. Oh, doesn't get much of it. Richards an opportunity to release McIsaac. Murphy doing well to recover it.
Sam Richards down.
Tyndall gets the ball to Coughlin. Coughlin bailed over by Murphy, and they've got another opportunity here.
Didn't really need to do that, Chris Murphy. They had a few covering defenders there. Just needed to hold him in that spot. Dangerous area of attack now.
Coughlin just there trying to steal a yard. What can they do? Conjure up in these dying moments of this first half. Vickers in with Taripa, both teammates in Tasman United days, National League. It's Coughlin on the ball with Matheson, and it's Matheson's left foot. He's been this dead ball specialist here today. And Tongue's going to put it in. Can't get it beyond Luke White. Luke White's going to get past Ballard with relative ease. Glides past one, bypass two. He carries on. Got himself inside the 18-yard box. He's gone over. The referee's right there, but Okawa's got an opportunity. And the whistle is for half-time, not a penalty, as I'm sure the Cashmere technical bench was hoping.
Very exciting.
Or Ferrymead Bays defence were hoping. Wow. It was a nice, relaxed and easy start for the first 30 minutes.
And they exploded into life, didn't it?
Then it exploded into life. 2 goals, few yellow cards, great opportunity at either end to finish the half. And I'd like to be a fly on the wall inside those dressing rooms to see how they're going to change. Ferrymead Bays, can they retain their advantage? And Cashmere Technical obviously need to get themselves back in the game. Well, enjoy the break. We will too. And we'll see you back here in 15 minutes. And welcome back to English Park as both teams have made it out of the dressing room and the superstars of tomorrow have cleared their way off the pitch. There's some great football out there by the young kids at half time. And I'm sure there have been plenty of philosophy being talked about downstairs in the changing rooms from both coaches. What do you think will be said, Fraser?
Yeah, I think Cashmere would have had the hairdryer treatment and potentially just a bit more of what to do on the ball, a bit sloppy. But Alan Walker will probably just keep doing what you're doing, lads. They've been pretty good so far.
Yeah, defending from the front, haven't they? They've been able to close down any opportunity to get forward. So it'll be Cashmere Technical heading towards the St Albans School. Likely to have just a bit of a breeze. It may have died down a touch, but there's a bit of cloud cover over the Port Hills at the moment, which sort of signifies a bit of an easterly, which usually cools round and comes down the park here as Vickers is on the ball and spreads it. And that's probably one of the things that the Terrace coaching team, Terrace and Swartz coaching team might have mentioned was the switcher play. If they can find some space to work in, they might be able to get themselves into higher positions with the ball. And Tung's going to put Garvin Coughlin into the right-hand area, but he's well monitored. Weaves his way through a bit of traffic. Tries to get the ball through to Vickers, who was in a great position, but didn't quite get the ball that he wanted. Yes, well, and Walker's got would have had a bit of thinking to do as Storer gets himself a wee bit tangled up under the pressure of Michael White. Done well there to keep the ball in. Alan Walker, probably wouldn't have foreseen this 2-0 advantage at half time, and it could have had him thinking about what to do as far as this goes. They wouldn't want to have any holes at the back to let Cashmere Technical back into it. But as you said, Fraser, if they just keep on doing what they're doing, they've got this game won.
Yeah, I think they played well in the first half. They were pressing well from the front, putting Cashmere under lots of pressure.
No mistakes in the back third.
No mistakes, they've defended well.
And Matheson's got himself one-on-one with Bush at the top of the 80-yard line. Tongue with the ball through. A huge effort from Coughlin and a save and a half there from Tarupa.
Great save. Great chance as well.
Great chance.
He'll be angry at himself for not scoring that.
Wow, what more could he have done?
Yeah.
Rose up well at the 6-yard line, got it down. And here's the ball in, and Tarupa doing well under pressure from Coughlin again.
Great ball in from Luke Tongue as well.
What a great battle. Oh, you got Matheson on the corner today. Matheson been chosen to take the dead balls. That's a bit interesting, isn't it? From a kid that likes to put the ball away. Swartz on the ball, drifts it in. A few asked for another corner, but yeah, Lyle Matheson taking the dead balls is an interesting one for me.
He is renowned for his dead ball specialty, but you're right, he does know how to find the back of the net. Very dangerous.
Well, Luke Tongue also one that is pretty good on the dead ball as well. Even Sam Richards, well capable, but you've got to put your faith in someone, and I suppose he does do a good job in there. It's a great corner, that good couple of opportunities, just the way Cashmere Technical would have loved to have started. They would have liked to have seen it go in, but the experience of one-time New Zealand age group, Koei Tarupa, gives in the goal for Ferrymead Bays. It's well worth it, isn't it? Even played a bit of, I think he got a bit of semi-pro action over in the UK for a short time before returning. He played a lot of his football obviously up in Nelson, grew up out there and had a bit of Canterbury United time. Well, a very experienced keeper, as is the custodian in the Cashmere Technical goal, Danny Knight, who we called on now. If Bays could get the ball goalward, and it's Akiwa sends it high, wide and handsome. Actually, the goalkeeping stocks are pretty rich down here in the Canterbury area, aren't they? There's plenty of good experienced goalkeepers.
Yeah, spoiled for choice at the moment. Even Cashmere having a keeper like Harry Rowe on the bench as well.
He did a good job for them in most of the other cup games, I think.
Yeah, he's a good young keeper.
Coughlin there. The ball ricochets around, but he's back on it. Taking on Bush with the ball in. Threeper doesn't want it, and Murphy chooses a safe route out, and we've got another corner. And here come the tall timber of Storer and Swartz. Well, Tom Swartz has scored a few clinch goals in his time on Canterbury United shirts and Cashmere Technical shirts. Here he goes into the 6-yard box, and it is Luke Tung who's going to swing it in. Threeper's come out and owns the area, and he's gone flying down again. Where's it going to fall? Bush has been able to get it out to White.
This is dangerous.
Slides through. And here comes Luke White. Puts it past. If he can get his head up and find the only white shirt in the box, he'll do well. And it's Stanley who's put Storer under pressure. And Bush's ball's cut out by Matheson. Matheson goes around Bush. Stanley dives in on him. And good cover in there from Metherell. Well, it's quite a sight when you see Luke White streaming forward like that. He doesn't take long to cover the yards with those big long legs of his.
Oh, he's quick, isn't he? Good chance for Ferrymead. Just didn't really have the numbers in the box at the end.
Well, it was good cover defending in the end, wasn't it? Because White would have liked to have found himself in a bit more of a central position as he went through there, but he ended up wide right of the goal. Couldn't get a shot on. The only player that could keep up with him was young Kosai Akawa. But there are plenty of yellow shirts there. Matheson draws some contact in there from Bush. And some experienced words coming from the upper echelon of the Tech supporters there.
The old faithful, they aren't too happy at the moment either, are they?
No, they're not used to this. Not used to this at all. When was the last time Cashmere Technical were 2-0 down? You'd have to go deep in. Oh, Swartz is up there. Carbon, Coughlin. Waited for the... No, it was Tyndall. Tyndall waiting for the ball to drop. Got a good shot on. But it was Daniel Metherell there again. With a quick corner option here. Take him. Tung swings it inwards. Metherell there to get rid of. What a dangerous ball in. Yeah, we'd have to go to Gavin Searle about that, any of those facts. Certainly haven't got the kind of football memory he's got. Tung.
Speculative.
Well, at least Dan Terrace will be happy that the play is all at the is in the attacking third this time.
Yeah, I think Dan Schwartz will be happier. Dan Terrace won't be too happy at all. He's massive on standards and probably not being quite good enough today, Cashmere.
Not yet. Not yet. Things are going to have to change for them, that's for sure.
2012 was the last year they finished a season with no trophies.
There you go. There's Cashmere Technical have been setting the bar pretty high for Canterbury football for a while now. Vickers shut down by Dehan. White trying to get the best of McIsaac, but McIsaac's left foot swings one in. Louis Bush who reacts better. Well, yes, that's the reality sitting in front of Cashmere Technical at the moment. Well, you do have the McFarlane Trophy
Yeah.
in the cabinet.
Doesn't count, does it,
No
Craig?
one likes that one. Well, you like it when you win it, I suppose, but that's the one Canterbury teams receive if they go the furthest in the Chatham Cup. And that was Cashmere Technical this year. But yeah, getting pipped at the post in the final day of the Southern League wouldn't be too good a memory. But I think we're going to see a few more people commit themselves to going forward here for Cashmere Technical. And Matheson's going to return back to Stora. Bit quicker with the switcher play at the moment. Cashmere Technical, which I'm sure would have been a feature of the halftime speech. Coughlin now deep with the ball. Moves it out to Tongue. Matheson clips the ball in, gives Murphy, able to clear. It's the ball to Stanley. It's an opportunity for Bays to move the ball up the field. Michael White, back to his brother Luke. There's runs forward from Murphy, who's more than capable of playing in that higher third. Played a lot of his football up there. Taripa under pressure from Tyndall. Comes out and drops back square. There's
Cool, calm and collected, isn't he?
That's experience there.
A few yellow cards at the back for Tech as well, which they'll have to watch out when it gets later in the game.
Yes.
Ferrymead breaking away.
Yeah, they won't want to go a player down, chasing the game. Here's one man with a card on his. It's Andrew Storer. Looks like Technical starting to play a wee bit higher. A few more players committed to the high line. Tyndall there having his shirt pulled, but out of the sight of referee Downs. Okawa doing well there to get a toe in. Ballard dispossessed. And Stanley's on the ball. But plenty of yellow shirts. The hunger is there from Cashmere Technical. They drive wider to Matheson. There's an overlapping run from Tongue. Gone inside the Coughlin. Missed him out. Where's a 1-2? An opportunity for Richards, who's blazed it. A silky play. Richards had got himself into an offside position, or maybe it was Coughlin who had actually gone through and got himself offside. It was one or the other. But some flowing movement there, promising play.
Yeah, I think it was Gavin Coughlin that just strayed offside, but much better from Cashmere there. Creating much more in the final third, and Sam Richards really should bury that.
Well, it's the kind of play we're used to seeing Cashmere Technical play. Nice quick ball movement, plenty of angles and a bit of depth in the play. And yes, or if you give Richards that chance again, I'm sure we would have put it away, but pressure of the moment. And his blushes were spared by seeing the offside flag raised. Well, Reece Williams has gone to the sideline after just collecting a bit of a knock there. And Ferrymead Bays are down a player for the moment. And another free kick. Tongue going to try to get the play going quickly, but no. Bays are back to the 11. Tongue on the ball. It's a nice one in. Stanley's up. Tyndall's gone up. Sends it goalward, but no power. And Taripa copes with that one very easily. White. Dehan. Akawa doing well to keep that one in and just get the throw in his way. Looks to be a couple of stretches going down on the sideline. Might be an eager player, or it might be a substitution coming up. Bush. That's a White. White with the one-on-one. Does well to find a Kiwa. Squares it up. Richards. Can't get the ball further than Chris Murphy. Metherell with a great ball through. But well coped with by Swartz. Matheson clipped by Bush. And he's received a card for that.
Crowd happy with that one, aren't they?
Yes, the old firm were more than happy to see that one given. Coughlin on the ball. Metherell coming round. Marshalling that back line so well today, Daniel Metherell.
Yeah, he's played well.
And Coughlin, conscious of taking anything, doesn't like to take throws. Doesn't need to, does he? It's not his job. Tongue clips it in. Metherell there again. Clears it as far as Stanley. Stanley unorthodoxly takes that one on the ground with his head. Back to Storer. Every player in front of him. Coughlin in, trying to connect up with Tyndall. Storer doing well there under pressure from Stanley. Tongue gets up and wins, and I'm going to start from a Louis Bush throw-in.
UC Van Dam getting ready to come on. Might add a bit of creativity and spark for Cashmere.
Where's he likely to come in, you think?
He'll sit at the top of the midfield, I think.
So we might see Vickers maybe done. Get a bit.
Yeah, maybe Vickers or Declan Tinder. Maybe he's been a bit isolated up there. Garvin might get pushed up top.
Well, we're an hour into it now. And it's what a touch there from Matheson. But the ball through, it's just a bit heavy. Tyndall's going to make Taripa speed up and pick that one. He's going to take his time, use those full 6 seconds. Well, that was a long 6. Still a good battle there with Stanley. But here's White. Michael White moving into the final third. Tongue there to stop his progress. Akiwa gets the ball to... Oh, that's gone out to Luke White. Gets a shot on. And a wee deflection. We're sending it wide, but Knight doing well there to stop the corner. Is there just a step more urgency amongst this Cashmere technical side? Coughlin goes into Ballard. Ballard to Vickers. Swartz looks forward. Clips the ball into Richards. Richards is going to lose that battle out to Meekum. And we're going to have our first change.
Alex Ballard.
Ballard making way for Yusuf Van Dam. Good shift in there from Ballard. We'll see what Yusuf Van Dam can do to change this game in the favour of his side. Vickers just getting a toe in there. Bush had to be tidy in there with Lyle Matheson breathing down his neck. Tongue goes back to Storer. Swartz's left foot. Can't get the ball beyond. Nice play in there. Coughlin on the ball. Strong challenge in there from Dehan. Or is it Williams?
I think it was James Dean. He's unforgiving in there. If you have a bad touch, he'll clean you up.
Tongue sees some space in there for Van Dam. But Daniel Metherall there again. Matheson back to Tongue. Into Vickers. He clips by and and Williams there just hanging on for dear life. Coughlin looks like he might have a buddy in. Oh, is a well-driven shot, parried, but regathered. It's Mick Isaac there, getting a good shot on. Looks like Ryan Stanley might have dropped in and trying to do a job on Garvin Coughlin. Oh, and Dehan's there and just possessed Vickers. There's nothing much in front of him, but he's going to set Michael White off. He's one-on-one with Storer. Gets rid of him. Looks forward. Sees nothing there. Drags it back. Good composed play. Dehan will go wide. Luke White whips it across. But there wasn't any white shirts interested in getting onto that one.
Just needed a bit of support, didn't he? It was a good area for them.
Tongue. Oop. Ball just fading out on him. Louis Bush under no real urgency to get this one going, as they just quite happy to see those minutes tick by. Van Dam back to Storer. No real movement up the field.
It's a bit static, isn't it, from Cashmere?
Switch of play. Tongue. Good pressure in there from Makiwa. He's done well. He's not going to stop running. Knight's looking on the board. Vickers is gone. But everyone misses it. And Taripa will count to 6.
Need to make something happen, Cashmere, don't they? Need a moment from Garvin or Lyle Matheson.
Swartz there getting uncharacteristically out of shape on that one. Yes, maybe a change in formation or go 3 at the back. It's been done before.
Ferrymead are still pressing, aren't they? They still want to win the ball up high.
Yep. And they've got some, looks like they've got Ryan Nicholson on the bench warming up. Tyndall in a battle with Murphy and White. Bit of a tangle up. They're going to carry on. And Vickers is saying, I got the ball. But there was a player in between. And there's a substitution. It's Kosai Akawa, who I said would run all day. Well, he's finished running now.
I think he's worked hard. He can be happy with his shift out there. He's done his bit for the team.
And Ryan Nicholson, know much about this lad?
He's a young fella. He's quick, skillful. Pretty very like-for-like replacement there.
Well, so that's a good indication that Alan Walker is happy with the way things are going at the moment. They're going to keep the attack on as Stanley. There, Nicholson's right on the ball. First touch is a shot, but he was well closed down by Tongue.
Good touch from Ryan Stanley there, just to put him at his feet.
Stanley flicks it on. Storer is going to... Where's the replacement there? Just to judge to have fouled Luke Tongue as he ran across him. Matheson wins the battle with Bush, but can't move the ball into a better area other than out. Yeah, there's going to have to be a tempo change here from Cashmere Technical. At the very least. Maybe some positional changing going on, but Matheson in a battle there with Williams. Tyndall gets involved, but can't change the clearance. Tongue flicks it on. Dehan. Touch and bang every time, isn't it, from the captain. He knows where he wants the game played, and it's nowhere near his goal.
I think they're just quite happy to defend deep at the moment, make it a bit of a battle, and then hit on the counter if they can.
Here comes Swartz with a stem and run forward, gets the ball to Tyndall. Steps in and takes it off his teammate.
Gavin in a lot of space out wide at the moment.
So here we go, Richards.
It's a waste.
He's only just a bit of a lack of composure from both sides there. Oh, and it's out for a corner. So Richards just rushing the pass forward, and Metherall's clearance wasn't up to his usual standard as he's done all day, but 70 minutes in, Tongue's on the ball. Storer and Swartz head forward. Lenny Tall Timber looking in and around the 6-yard box. It's gone deep and too deep.
It's disappointing when you're 2-0 down, you need the ball in the box. Need to at least give you...
Well, it wasn't far away, and we've got another change. Right, we've got Sam Richards making his way to the sideline and being replaced by Sam Lapsley. Well, Sam Richards, he's been out for a while there with, was it appendicitis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, he's done well to come back and get a couple of shifts on Tuesday and today. But a pretty experienced player to bring on, and Sam Lapsley.
Yeah, I think Garvin's moved up top. Tyndall and Lyle have gone out to the wide right and wide left, and then UC's just going to play in behind Garvin now. Sam Lapsley will just slot right into defensive midfield.
Well, it's all set up. Can they get the ball to the right people this time? Cashmere Technical. Bush just getting a boot in. Could be a feature of the game now. These might get a bit more agricultural as we head towards the final. We're in the final quarter of this game. Bays will be going, we don't want the ball anywhere near our goal. And Technical obviously are going to have to find a way to break this game open with a goal. Danny White can't get past Chris Murphy. McIsaac slides one through to Coughlin, but the linesman has seen him just stray offside. Well, it was back in 2016 when Ferrymead Bays last lifted this cup, and Fraser, you were part of that Ferrymead Bays team?
Yeah.
One of your first seasons in the comp, was it? Or
It was my first year at. Oh, here's Gavin. Oh,
Coughlin just using his experience to tug a shirt there, and the referee spotted it.
Yeah, it was my first year at Ferrymead, and we won the English Cup under Denny Halligan. Beat a good coastal team in the final 4-0. So it was a good night. I'm
Any
sure
players left over from that?
not on this Ferrymead
Not
team.
the Ferrymead team. Murphy would have been there.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah,
Murphy.
Chris
and
Murphy.
James Dean as well, actually.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the two stalwarts.
Yep.
I think Louis Bush was playing for Coastal that day as well. And Reece Williams. So Reece Williams was telling me before the game that he's lost 5 of these finals. So he's looking good for rectifying that.
There you go. Yeah, you'd want to lose that duck, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, he's going the right way about it at the moment. There's Ferrymead have the ball on the right end of the park. Garvin going in strong. Uncompromising in there. Vickers got on the ball. Looking for the pass. Found Matheson. Out to Tongue. Too many bodies in the box at the moment, so he goes back to Matheson. And all the way back to Storo. This defensive shape from Ferrymead Bays, giving no options for the go forward for the players in yellow shirts. But there's a great ball through from Matheson onto Coughlin. And linesman right on the money there. We've seen the early run in there from Coughlin. Didn't need to be, did it? The ball was a peach of a one. Well, there's some exuberant coaching actions from Dan Swartz at the moment, trying to gee his boys up and get them into some play. And it's Van Dam who's been able to get through to Coughlin. Coughlin's gone out to Matheson. Gets it back into Lapsley. He gets his pocket picked by Ryan Stanley.
Yeah, just a bit too slow on the ball there.
Well, Ryan Stanley has been doing a power of work up and down that central area, getting involved with the defensive play.
Yeah, he's really led from the front for Ferrymead today, hasn't he? He's made it. He's set the tone for all their hard defensive work.
Well, was that Corey Vickers getting a decision change there with his don't encourage him referees?
Yeah.
But no, he always performs as a third assistant referee, doesn't he? There's Coughlin. Dancing around a couple, but the sideline has crept up on him. Well, this is starting to get a bit drawn out. No answers from either team, really, in the second half.
I still don't think Cashmere have had a shot on target that's not been from a set piece, just open play. Haven't been really creating much at all, have they?
No, I think you might be right there. They really haven't had no opportunities. It's anything that's been in there has been cleaned up by mainly Daniel Metherall or Koei Taripa. Here's Garvin is going to open this game up.
Great finish.
Well, it looked like there was absolutely nothing on. There were plenty of white shirts. But Garvin Coughlin, you do not need to ask him twice.
Any sniff at goal, he's going to bury that, and just a little bit of a mix-up or a...
Just a bit of fortune also, wasn't it? There's no one really closed in on him. He skipped out and gave himself some space and walloped it in with that left foot.
Set up a bit of a grandstand finish for us, though, isn't it?
This is Cup football. This is why we're here. And it's Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup final. Sits at 2-1 with Luke White with absolutely no, and he's got himself a yellow card for kicking it away. It's always one of those ones for me, time wasting. The referee's the sole judge of time out there. How can you waste time?
Yeah.
Other than, I suppose, delay things starting, and that's what the rules state. And Dowd's getting his card out for Michael White. Right, this one's going to be right down to the wire now. Stanley misreading that one. And might have just... So a bit of a wonder, Danny Knight hasn't brought the cap out yet. Those shadows are long, aren't they? It's just that extra quarter of an hour or so in the kickoff. Got ourselves through to 4:30 and the shadows are long today. McIsaac fortunately gets the ball to Matheson, who does well to get the ball into Coughlin. Coughlin out to Tongue. Tongue's got a bit of space in front of him. Drifts one back in towards Coughlin. He's only able to flick it on, but Matheson's got the ball under position. McIsaac to Vickers. Returns the ball to him. Searching ball through into Van Dam. Thought he might have drifted into offside position, but he's done well. Goes Tongue. Tongue on the ball now.
Good shape from Ferrymead, just forcing them back.
Storer going to clip one in, but it's coming from that central position. Yeah, we're not going to get much of an angle on it. And Chris Murphy do get the ball back into play. That right defensive corner. And Cashmere Technical are back under position. Storer gets the ball into Van Dam. To McIsaac. Vickers lets that one run. And Stanley. The ball just ricocheting around under no real direction. Swartz doing well to find Lapsley. Lapsley will get out to Tongue. Get himself forward. Clips it, Coughlin here. Can he get a ball under control? He's done well, but so has Corey Torepa. What great goalkeeping.
Yeah, good ball from Luke Tongue. Good touch from Garvin, but Corey up to the task. Very good goalkeeping.
And it was brave too. They just drifted into probably one of those wide areas where you probably, as a keeper, don't want to get into. But he came strong, came confident, and good, safe hands. Vickers strong on the ball again. Out to Storer. Switcher plays on. It's taken. Tongue looking at Tyndall. Give and go. Give some space, but Metherall again. Just mopping it up at the back.
I think Luke Tongue just wanted to take on Tyndall to spin a bit earlier there. There's a lot of space in behind, but...
Van Dam under pressure from, and too much pressure from James Dehan. Tongue, you takes the opportunity to get out to McIsaac. Switch a play. Oh, Lapsley. Well, all the play is in the first half was in this area, and in the first half when Cashmere Technical had a lot of position, one thing they've been able to do is retain possession and get it high up the pitch, but they still aren't able to get these chances. No shots on goal. Obviously just been the one.
Yeah, it's a bit sloppy in possession, I think. Struggling to break through the lines and get people on the turn, but uncharacteristic day from Cashmere so far.
Well marshalled out by Isaac. Some words of encouragement coming from the stand. I want to see this game go into extra time. Just over 5 minutes left in the game. Got a high five. But look at, even as Cashmere try to set themselves a wee bit higher up the park, the Ferrymead Bays shape remains consistent. There's a good opportunity here. There's a cutback opportunity. They can't get it to Ryan Stanley.
Big
He was
chance.
sitting there pretty at the penalty spot. Was it Luke White?
Yeah,
Just
good
couldn't
run.
cut the ball back.
Good move to get in that area. Just had to be better with the final pass, didn't he? Big chance.
Might have been just a wee toe in there from a Cashmere technical defender, but what an opportunity to put that one to bed.
That's just the danger is Cashmere keep pushing. It's going to be that space in behind, isn't there?
There certainly will be. Coughlin, nice lay back into Van Dam, and he's peeled off. Can he be found? No, Meeklam's there, so's Dehan. Oh, it's Williams, sorry. Getting those two mixed up all day. Vickers, showing his experience there. Can he tee up Tyndall? It's gone over Bush. Tyndall's on the ball with Louis Bush in front of him. As he drives into the box, cuts it back. Oh, there's an opportunity here for Matheson, but fortunately for the Ferrymead Bays faithful, they've been able to clear it.
Good from Declan Tyndall. Good play. Using his raw pace to get him behind and nearly a shot on target.
Vickers has got the ball into. Oh, a great move. Great strike, and it's hit the side netting. Well, it fooled a couple here in the stands. Vickers finding a ball into Coughlin, who used all the flair and skill to tap the ball across to Matheson. He got a good piece of it, but wasn't able to get it on target.
Yeah, good chance for Cashmere there. Good play from Garvin to set up low, but tight angle on the half volley. Tough chance.
Dehan. Ball goes to Stanley with a bit of space out here. One-on-one with Storer, but will retain possession with Nicholson. Can't connect. And Tongue goes back to Knight. McIsaac, nice and wide, opening up the midfield. The ball, long ball through. Coughlin, quick ball to Van Dam, and he's been collected. And we're going to see a double change here from Ferrymead Bays by the looks. Michael White's been running all day. He's going to be replaced.
The two brothers going off, aren't they?
So to double White change. Didn't quite see who came on, was Caleb Palmer. And might have just missed the other one. I was busy watching the conversation between Alan Walker and referee Downs.
Not happy, is he?
There's a degree of urgency in his voice, wasn't there? Here's the well cleared for the moment by Ferrymead Bays. So they're under pressure and 2 minutes on the clock. Long ball in from Tongue. Lapsley's up there, but well cleared. Schwartz recycles it back. Tongue, the last man back. He's got two players on him. He's gone forward. Great touch from Coughlin. Gets a strike on, but not on target. Well controlled at the top of the area. And yeah, there is that ever-present threat of Garb and Coughlin that Ferrymead Bays are going to have to be mindful of in these dying stages. And they hold on, and here's an opportunity here. Lyle Matheson strikes, goal! Where's tied it up? Lyle Matheson.
Wow.
In the dying stages has got the Christchurch Technical faithful on their feet.
Just too easy.
The kids are going off down at the end. And my gosh, this golden streak of Cashmere Technical hold on this English Cup may just continue. We're going to have to be settling in here for a bit longer.
Just a long header in behind. It just ran through everyone, didn't it? And great finish by Lyle Matheson. Buried it in the corner.
Goal scored for Cashmere Technical, number 19, Lyle Matheson.
And that's the kind of movement that's been missing from this Cashmere Technical attack all game. Long balls forward, not been followed or even looked after, but Matheson's able to, he's been ghosting around. Everybody's got their eyes on Garb and Coughlin, and he can just ghost in and no stranger from putting balls away, that's for sure. Here's Tyndall's opportunity to keep the ball in and maybe even drive in. He's got past a couple, and it's right on the edge of the area. The Metherall might have got away with one there, but here goes Swartz. There's a tangle up in the middle. Swartz is going to have a ping, and he's been able to get the ball to stay in a tree. Captain James Dehan is having a wee word to both Dehan and Vickers, who got tangled up there.
I thought it was a penalty, Craig, but nobody really complained, so it must have been a great tackle.
It must have been. Well, it would have been right on the edge of the area, wasn't it? As Tyndall chased his own ball forward. Well, we're into additional time here. I haven't seen anything put up yet by the fourth official. Oh, I've been told that there's 5 minutes of additional time. And this is going to have to bring the best out of the coaching staff and both playing groups. Let's see, Cashmere Technical side running hot at the moment as they continue to press on. They've scored a couple of quite fortunate goals. It might have been their only 2 shots on goal on target all game. Lapsley's working hard in there. And it's Tyndall being closed down by Metherall. His tongue to get the ball in. It's an opportunity. Lapsley battling away well there to get the ball back to Tyndall. Tongue set up for another cross. Coughlin's going to go chase that out and keep it in. They want to get this over and done with before any extra time's needed, that's for sure. McIsaac going to get the ball over. Murphy able to let that one go out. Well, the game plan has got to change now from Ferrymead Bays.
Yeah, frantic last few minutes, isn't it? Cashmere sensing a winner. Ferrymead trying to hold on for extra time.
Dehan is disrupting Vickers there. Lapsley getting the ball out to Tongue. Tries to whip it in but can't get it. Swartz gets the ball into Coughlin. Coughlin spins, gets beyond Murphy, gets inside. No, Meeklam doing very well.
Yeah, good defending from Alex Meeklam. Can't get too tight to Gavin Coughlin, he'll just roll you.
They're probably one of the most dangerous strikers in the National League. He'll no doubt test a few defenders out as we come into the National League Championship. Well, the watches have been looked at by the fourth official. Been mic'd up and letting Downs know. 5 minutes extra time. Not quite sure where that might have come from. There's maybe been a couple of injuries, but I thought there was one either half. Here's Tongue with an opportunity to get the ball in. It's going to Tyndall. Gets the ball back. Has a go himself. Oh. What a strike. Taripa spreading himself as far as he possibly could and deflected out for a corner.
Good little interchange between Tung and Tindo, and great strike by Luke Tung.
Good little change-up. Tung's been whipping crosses in. This time he's opted to go forward and get the ball on the inside. And he's now on this corner. Could this be put to bed? Right into the 6-yard box. Taripa's come out. Lapsley's got on the ball. Going to float it back in, but not enough or too much height on that one. And Taripa is going to change the position of the ball just slightly to allow that clock to keep on ticking. They really want to have another reset here, Ferrymead Bays. What a battle has it been. Here's the man who changed the game, Matheson, unable to get the ball under. So Cashmere Technical have stepped back into a back four again. Here's a wee opportunity, but Van Dam can't get on the end of that one before Taripa gets it. And there's the whistle that's going to bring the 90 to an end. And we're going to settle in for some extra time football. Well, it's been a while since we've had a game this close, but it's been this way between these two sides all season. They've faced each other 3 times. There's been a goal in it each time, and there's got to be a result.
Yeah, be interesting to see what the two teams do now. Cashmere have obviously finished the game better. Ferrymead, what approach do they take in extra time? But very exciting.
Well, the two White brothers were a handful at times. They're both now on the bench. So the strategies from both coaches are going to be very important. Obviously, the Cashmere technical experience is going to be a factor out there. It's their, this is nearly a pre-season fixture for them, just about for National League, and it's all on for Bays. This is their last outing of the year, and what a way it would be to go out. So there's plenty of hunger from both sides. Well, what a way to spend a spring afternoon as we see a few little future footballers head out onto the pitch and have a kick around. Might be straight to the fish and chip shop after this for them as they miss out on we're going to be settling in for a quarter of an hour each way, and who knows, might be penalties.
Yeah, see what happens.
Would you be one of those players if you were out there take a step ahead, putting your hand up for a penalty?
I think there's some quality dead ball finishers in our team. I'd be a little bit down the pecking order, I think.
It can be dangerous to be doing that. You head into the pressure cooker situations. I always like to get involved in the first 5, and then if it goes that hard, there's less pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just got to kick a ball towards a goal, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. This is the big Kui Taripa in the way, though. That's the only thing.
Yep. Well, he's definitely shown some class, isn't he? There were some opportunities here from Garvin Coughlin. Luke Tung there at the end. That header, oh my word.
Yeah, it was a great save, wasn't it?
It was a great save to get down there. You couldn't ask for much more other than maybe just a bit more of an angle from Coughlin's header, but it was down into Taripa's left. It was a great save. But there was nothing he could do about the goals.
No, great finishes.
Great finishes. And it was Coughlin who seemed to had the ball at the top of the 18-yard there that got the goal scoring underway here in the second half. But we got the ball under position under not much pressure at the top of the 18-yard box, and just skipped himself into a bit of space and absolutely rifled it in, didn't he? There's probably just too many defenders on the one player. No defender took a...
Yeah, they're all trying to mark Garvin.
Yeah, and they just end up getting in each other's way.
But lucky for Ferrymead, they've played really well. Defended well for 83 minutes of the game, haven't they? But they'll be gutted that they've had to go to extra time here, but good spectacle for the neutrals, good spectacle for us.
Absolutely.
The neutrals love a penalty shootout as well, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone will be itching for that.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a coin toss, of course, to see... there's probably a little bit less wind. We're probably just getting... Oh, the corner flags are ruffling. Well, it looks to be swirling around out there. the corner flags over the far side there, a few rattling away, but in the near side here, they're hardly even flying. So the two captains will come together. What do you got? Yeah, money on, heads or tails?
Got to be heads. Got to be Tom Schwartz winning it.
The Tom Schwartz heads call.
Take the win the first half. Try to get a goal in front.
Looks like Schwartz has done exactly that as he points towards the St Albans school end. And so this time, in half time, we would have had Ferrymead Bays going more of the same, please, boys. It'll be Dan Schwartz saying that of his side.
Yeah.
They finished half the stronger, had the go forward. We'll see if they can continue to pile on the pressure. And what about Alan Walker? What would you be guessing he's had to say?
He's been trying to get his team to hang in there, especially now that they've got the wind against them again. Just hang in there, lads. Keep defending well. And they could really go for it in the second half extra time. It's all about fitness levels, though, isn't it? Who's going to be the fitter team?
Yeah. Have you were you involved in any Alan Walker sides in your time? Bit of youth
he goes
Dragons.
Canterbury Youth Dragons.
Yeah. Yep. So he always runs a pretty tight ship, doesn't he? He says most players should know where they need to be.
Yeah. Demands high standards. He's a very passionate coach, isn't he? Heart on his sleeve.
Absolutely. No. There we go. No. Nearly bit of discomfort there from, who's that? Is that Vickers on? No.
Lyle Matheson.
Lyle Matheson. Just collecting a Caleb Palmer boot on the way past.
Early yellow card for the substitute.
I missed that one. And let's see what the intentions are of these teams. You can definitely see the shirt ruffling there on Schwartz. The wind well behind his back. He's got the ball to the top of the 18-yard line. It's gone straight up. Coughlin trying to spin, but there's no space there. Louis Bush doing well to clear it. Lapsley heads it out to Tyndall. Tyndall straight on to Louis Bush. Tries to push and play. Get it past him. Good little tussle there from those two. And it's Louis Bush who wins out on that occasion. Dehan helping it on. Tongue's going to return it. So Coughlin's just been hanging around an offside position there, so he's not putting any pressure on the ball. Tom Schwartz watched it out to Matheson. Able to turn, but Murphy's back and putting pressure on. Vickers getting it to Van Dam, but it was a bit hot. Who's got the key to unlock this game? Garvin Coughlin's got to be one of them. Yeah, watch out for. Who on this Ferrymead Bays side here? Ryan Stanley will, has he got the legs on him to keep on going? Here's a searching ball through here. Declan Tyndall closed down, but his touch as he tried to chop back in on Metherall just doesn't go his way.
Great ball. I didn't see who played that, but it was a great ball to Tyndall. Just his touch let him down, didn't it?
Well, it was Daniel Metherall has been covering those areas well all day, and he's going to have to be on his A game for the rest of it too. Dehan, searching ball forward. Matheson trying to flick forward for Van Dam or Coughlin. Tell me a bit of insight into the Cashmere technical fitness regimes. Who's got the big tickers out there in the yellow shirts?
Probably definitely not Tom Schwartz. but the rest of them are pretty fit, pretty athletic.
He'll still go all day, of course, but who wins the running races?
It's actually Tom Schwartz. He's quick. The long distance ones, maybe Luke Tung. He's a bit of a machine in the fitness world.
Yes. It's good to see old boys winning those sort of contests, keeping those young fellas honest.
Yeah.
And here goes Coughlin, getting the ball on his left, drags it back. Bush getting all tangled up. Matheson on the ball, squares it into Lapsley. Desperate stuff from Mitherall. Well, McIsaac, great ball in.
Oh.
And Taripa seemed to double bounce that one.
Frantic stuff, wasn't it?
But Louis Bush receiving the ball there, facing your own goal in the 6-yard box. What do you do with it?
Just hump it.
Oh my gosh. There seemed to be a degree of uncertainty about the play there. But
2-2.
Bays survive.
2-2 cup final. You don't want to mess around, do you?
Nice
You just
touch. Nice touch in there from Ryan Nicholson. But unable to convert it into a thing. Interesting switch play into Matheson. Mitherall's got on it. There's his Bush. Tung teaming up with Tyndall. Mitherall's there. Tyndall into Matheson. He's going to go for the switcher play. Swartz to Coughlin to McIsaac. Touch is a bit loose. Now Swartz is well out of positional play, but well done from Declan Tyndall to put the pressure on as he retreated. Tung is slowing things down. Tyndall returning the ball to him and back to Swartz. Luke Tung will be looking forward there, and if he's seeing what I'm seeing, there's not a lot of move. The lack of movement up top again from Cashmere Technical is something he'd like to see improved, as he wants to see a bit of go forward.
Yeah, not too many options for him. When he's had the options, he's putting some good passes forward. Some good
There's
crosses.
an opportunity for Vickers on the go forward. Gets laid on. An interesting bit of contact there.
Dangerous territory. Lyle Matheson, Luke Tung, Garvin, Coughlin range here.
It certainly is. There seems to be a bit of cramp coming into play there for the Ferrymead Bays player. It's Reece Williams, was it? Just had a wee lie down on Corey Vickers. Well, who is going to take this one? Seems to be Tung or Matheson. They've been battling over the dead ball today. There's only a wall of 4, which is interesting for a straight one. It's Matheson who's going to clip one in, but I was lacking a bit of follow through on that one and couldn't get the ball to dip in under the crossbar.
Not too far away. He practices them in training all the time, and seen a fair few nestle in the top corner.
Swartz and Stanley jumping together. Vickers up there getting another tap in the back of the head. But hasn't done anything to his speech, which is good to see. Tung.
Good run from Tyndall there.
Yep. Thought there was enough space to play it there too. Van Dam coming. Nicholson doing well to get involved. Get the ball back. But Tung now. He's got the ball beyond. But the late flag is there from... And Coughlin is just requesting the assistant referee sharpens up his game.
Corey Vickers not happy with Andrew Story at the moment.
There's a good conversation going on there. Standards have been asked to they'll be upkept. And Vickers and Murphy come together, play on. Van Dam doing well. Matheson's on the deck for some reason. Downs has seen what's going on, so he's given the free kick. Here goes the left foot of Swartz. Out to Tyndall. A good touch. It is. Fortunate one that's gone to Tongue. Not enough numbers in the middle. Matheson playing a bit deep at the minute. Now to McIsaac. Gone back to Vickers. Everything a bit narrow at the moment for Cashmere Technical. Good pressure going on from Nicholson. Tyndall on Bush. Spins inside. It's Lapsley on the ball. Swartz getting himself in an overlapping run position. And McIsaac just has been collected.
Already on a yellow card, isn't he?
I think you might be right.
He went for the pocket and then...
Is that Palmer?
Yeah.
Caleb Palmer.
Giving a bit of trouble.
Is going to be talked to. It's 1-2.
Yeah,
the back pocket's been reached for. And young Caleb Palmer has collected his second yellow of the day. And that means he must leave the field. Well, two pretty innocuous little touches to getting yellow cards. Both cardable offences, but you know, they're
just a bit silly.
Just a bit late in the, you know, a bit of a foot in the young fella.
Giving his team a big uphill battle now.
Well, unfortunate there for young Caleb Palmer and for Ferrymead Bays. We're 10 minutes into this extra time. And James Dehaan's going to talk to the ref and just remind him about a few other offences. Try to shift his mind away from his side. But there was very little, I think, Dowds, referee Caleb Downs had no choice really there on either of those decisions. And actually, it's going to have to be assisted from the field. Actually, one yellow card we did miss was at half time. The manager, Paul Nichols, managed to talk his way into the book.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about something, was he?
No, I'm not sure. He got a real bee in his bonnet and wouldn't let it go, so Dowds wasn't happy with that, so rightly so. So we are going to see a change. Right, McIsaac's night is over, and it'll be James Britton who's coming on the field. Don't know too much about him.
Yeah, he's just a young lad. He's one of our 17-year-olds. Trains week in, week out with us, but he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Centre-back material, is he?
Yeah, he's definitely a defensive.
Then it's Tongue with a ball that's gone towards Reaper, and it's his bread and butter stuff for him. And Tongue's going to loses the race for Jimmy Dehaan. Well, he's going to, what do Bays do now? One up top, Ryan Stanley, I'd imagine. And searching ball forward, but Coughlin's the only one up there. Good opportunity here for Tech to push another one forward, isn't it? To really put the pressure on the Ferrymead Bays defence. Stanley doing well. Storer under pressure from Nicholson, who's impressed since he's come on. He's a busy player.
Good touch, low.
Matheson trying to find himself a bit of room as he's the attention from James Barr, who must have been with a player that came on earlier on. Oh. Here goes Tyndall onto Bush. Goes early with the ball back into the penalty spot, and Matheson. What a great opportunity there, but the defensive must have just got a touch. Put it out, please, is the word. Is there a bit of a coming together there moments ago. Stanley is rubbing his head, so sensible thing there is to just stop things. Check him out. And then we'll start from an uncontested drop ball. The days of the contested drop ball are gone, aren't they?
Yeah.
They used to be fun.
Yeah.
Pretty barbaric. It used to be.
A few bruised shins.
Just smash the ball into the guy. Matheson under pressure from James Dehan, and too much pressure. Matheson. Matt, there goes Coughlin. Yeah, Alex Meekham doing well there to cover that right-hand side. Well, there's only moments left in this first half of extra time. Lapsley spins. It's the ball to the new player. Van Dam winning the battle there with two. Keep the ball. Searching ball, and Matheson was there, but doesn't make him. Luke Tongue, can he get the ball in? No. It's good encouraging words from the sideline towards Ferrymead Bays at the moment. But Vickers. Oh, no, clever little ball. Oh, my goodness me. Penalty. Absolute clean out there from the big man in goal. It was a delightful little clip in from Garvin Coughlin. Beat the offside trap, and as Matheson tried to come forward and get a bit on it to send it goalward, all he could do was lift it up and over, but Koe Taripa had committed everything to that. Came out big and strong. Once the ball had gone past him, all he could do was collect Lyle Matheson, and again, referee Downs had little choice but to point towards the spot. And Garvin Coughlin on the ball. You'd be a brave man to wrestle it off him for that, wouldn't you?
He's trying to catch Lyle for the club's all-time top goal scorer, and he's not far off. So,
trying to catch who?
Lyle Matheson.
Is he all-time? Interesting.
Club's all-time top goal scorer, but Garvin's not far behind.
Right.
So there's no way he's letting anyone else take this. Good record from the penalty spot too.
Coughlin versus Taripa. And Taripa wins. Matheson gets the ball towards Taripa, but Taripa's got it.
I've jinxed him.
Oh,
linesman's not happy. I think he came off his line.
Came off his line. Well, it's an interesting amount of kids all around the goal there, isn't it? But the linesman who patrols, he's giving Taripa some sort of measurement like he might have been fishing.
Great save though, wasn't it?
It was a great save, but it looks like he's been judged to have stepped off his line, which of course he's not allowed to. He's got to go across it. And Coughlin's going to get another chance.
Yeah. Did this in Wellington against Wellington Olympic, missed the first one. Keeper came off the line, so he got a retake and he buried that one. So we'll see what he does, if he changes his mind on what direction to go.
I love the mind games of a penalty. I love it. There's only one thing worse than being a goalkeeper in a penalty shootout, and that's being someone who's going to be kicking it. And that's Garvin Coughlin, who's got the opportunity to retake his penalty. Steps up, goes the other way, and puts it in, and clears the ball off into St Albans School. It has it. And I wonder if he's going to get a card for that. But there's a big mosh pit of fans in and around Garvin Coughlin, who's given Cashmere Technical Coughlin has got himself a yellow card for the celebration of clearing the ball well out of English Park. There you go, Fraser. There's a ball on halfway. How's it wasted time?
What are they worrying about?
How does it wasted time?
Good penalty that, wasn't it?
Well, yes.
No mistakes the second time.
Wow. Well. 18 minutes into this extra time period. It can't be far away from half time. And we've got 3-2 to Cashmere Technical. Taripa is hands on hips, just frustrated here. Ferrymead Bays, a goal down and a player down as the whistle for the first period of additional time is blowing. And celebrations are going to have to be muted for a moment as there's another quarter of an hour of football to go.
This game's had it all, hasn't it, Craig?
Certainly has at the moment. There's plenty of talk and chat to the Walker's now having a wee chat to the official group. Don't know if that's going to help, but he needed to get it off his chest, so he has. And things will continue. This game might be watched, I'd suggest, afterwards by the both referee team and the coaching staff of either side.
Yeah, a lot to reflect on, isn't there? Ferrymead can't really afford to hold back now. They've got to go for it. Be interesting to see what they do.
Yes. It really, they could expose it. This could go, if they can get themselves back in early, would you just then hold on to try to get yourselves to penalties? Well, you've just got to get you've got to go for it right from the get-go, don't you? You've got to get that goal, so you're going 3 at the back. You're pushing a couple forward.
They've only got 10 players, that's the problem. That's
the problem. But you got a big man in goal who's going to save you a couple, as he has done.
Or give away a penalty.
Or give away a penalty, yeah. Well, you know, he had to come, didn't he? It was a delightful ball through from Garvin Coughlin in the direction of Lyle Matheson. And although Matheson couldn't get the ball on target, he did enough to draw the attention of the big keeper, who has committed everything to it. And
I think that's 109 goals for Garvin now. Lyle's on 115, so he's slowly catching him.
Well, Lyle Matheson will probably have a wee bit longer in the game, I suppose. He's got a couple of years. Garvin's got a couple of years on him too, isn't he?
Yeah, Lyle's been at the club since he was 10 years old.
Yeah. Are those goals counting from under 10 league?
Nah. Nah.
No, just first team football.
Yeah.
Well, they're still questioning the referee. But Caleb Downs has been sure, and I think he's been on the spot each time he's had to make a decision. He's been kept up with the play very well. He was right on the spot where when the penalty needed to be given. He was right. So 15 minutes away from another name going on the Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup. Could it be Cashmere Technical for the 6th time in the row? Or will we see Ferrymead Bays claw one back? Or 2 back. They're going to need 2, aren't they, to take the title? They seem to have it all under wraps at 2-0 at half time. And here we go. Tongue driving the ball forward to Tyndall. Jinks around, bringing on the attention, and Bay's done well to get the ball. Nicholson drives forward well. Stanley, no. Infringement being seen. And there's a few cards hanging around the in the Cashmere technical column as well, which they're going to have to be careful of. They want to retain this personnel advantage.
Absolutely.
They'll be in the back of the mind of the coaching staff. Store it, clearing well. So Louis Bush might be one of those players who's required to play a bit higher. Looks like they might have settled into a back three. Coughlin on, Metherell. Metherell strong on it, but well done there from Van Dam.
Spotted well, you see, since he's come on.
Certainly has. He
energetic.
Performed well on the Tuesday night as well. Stanley. Williams trying to spread the ball. Looks like Murphy might be playing a wee bit higher too. Matheson chopping inside nicely. But Murphy just tangling up with Ryan Stanley there. Swartz is given an opportunity. Nice work from James Britton. Matheson gets out to Coughlin. He's onside. Can't get around Louis Bush without the cover defence getting involved. But yes, a nice little forward run there from James Britton, who got himself into a good shooting spot, but didn't seem natural to him at the time, did it?
No, he did well, but just defender in the way. But great run from the young man.
Tongue searching for Coughlin, but it's a big clearance from Metherell. They'll go all the way back to Knight. Knight in the traditional green and yellow of Christchurch Technical, one of the three clubs that have made up Cashmere Technical a number of years ago now. Cashmere Wanderers, Christchurch Technical and Walkston Workingmen's Club all coming together to create one of the dynasties of Christchurch football, where they've had good success in national cup levels, and now they're trying to make it 6 in a row in the local cup competition. Nice work in there from Britton. Done very well under the attention, and again, nice skills. You show up Chris Murphy on those occasions, and you'd take that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Chris Murphy won't be too happy with that. Good ball.
Matheson clipped it through to cover. Metherell or Meekum. Sometimes those two just merge into two. They're playing so well, those two. Murphy looks forward. Got the ball to Stanley.
We tangle.
We tangle, hopeless. Ryan Stanley putting the big eyes on and looking for a decision from the interesting out call there. But Murphy on the ball. Can't get it beyond Vickers.
Game's opening up a bit now, isn't it? A few more chances coming.
And should be.
I think Ferrymead might look back on that Ryan Stanley chance where Luke White could have squared it to him.
Yes.
Would have made it 3-0, all but done there.
3-1. Was it 3-0 at the time?
It was 2-0 at the time.
Here's Stanley. Give it to Bush. Bush just can't get beyond the fence. Good to see them trying to open this game up. Tyndall's going to poke it past and drive forward. Despairing tackle in there. Nice work in there from Tyndall.
Great skill.
And there's another card come out. And it's pointed in the direction of
Metherell.
Daniel Metherell, who's limping around a bit now. Those yellow cards can hurt. And they certainly have at the moment. Nice effort in there from Van Dam. Well, it's been there. A couple of unfortunate yellow cards here from Ferrymead Bays. It is really tipping the balance at the moment. Their base shape was so important to them as they shut out Cashmere Technical in the first half, and for a long period of time in the second. And nice play, impressive from what a ball through. Troopers come out with a late offside decision there. Well, could you see the coming together there? If that had, I'm sure young Van Dam, Yusuf Van Dam, might have valued his body enough to just stay well away from that confrontation.
Yeah, I wouldn't jump into 50-50 with Coe.
It's Murphy. Return to his striking ways as he weaves around, trying to get the better of Britton, but Britton doing well.
He's done really well since he's come on, James Britton, hasn't he?
Yeah, showed some class. Murphy into Nicholson. There's Coughlin disrupting and going to blaze on.
He's going to shoot.
Metherell cannot keep up with. Well, he's doing very well to keep up with Coughlin. Coughlin's got. Oh. Coughlin had got around Taripa, and as he searched for the open goal, all he could do was hit the side netting, and the sighs of despair from my co-commentator here, prevalent as they were from the stands in the Cashmere Technical supporter group.
Did all the hard part, didn't he, Gavin?
He certainly did.
Couldn't finish it.
Daniel Metherell doing very well, actually. In all accounts, would have given up. It was a foot race between Metherell and Coughlin. You would have backed Coughlin all the way, but Metherell dug deep and stayed with him. And
I think he's still in disbelief, Gavin Coughlin. He's looking around at the goal.
And here's the changes. Reece Williams makes his way to the sideline, and Tagami will come on. And is it Ryan Stanley? Well, interesting. Gonna throw everything at it. Ryan Stanley makes his way. And it must be Liam Murray, is it? Who's come on. Yes, young Liam Murray coming on. Well, he's not young anymore, but anyway. And corner. Yusuf doing enough there to. Oh, there'll be a prolonged corner effort here. You can sense that this little 10-yard area over towards the corner is going to be used by Coughlin and Matheson. Down and Murphy. No, Coughlin's going to drift it all the way out to Vickers. Tyndall putting the acid on. Tagami's going to be busy up there. He's going to buzz around and disrupt these centre backs. But unfortunately, he'll be doing it by himself. Tyndall dancing around nicely. I don't know. Britton again got himself up the field and unable to connect with his teammates. Britton back to Swartz. Lapsley trying just getting the ball forward. You can see Cashmere Technical doing a Ferrymead Bays to Ferrymead Bays. Just making sure the ball's at the right end of the park for these last 5 minutes.
Seeing the game out.
There should be enough experience out there. There's Louis Bush on the ball. Donaldson, overlapping run. Clips in tonight. He'll claim it easily. There's not too much height up there now that Ryan Stanley and White are off. Oh, tidy effort in there for Micklem, who finds himself in the forward areas. Gagami on the ball. Clips it in. Near post. Story getting rid of it. And Britain just opts for an out. Bays aren't going to die wondering. They're going to press and work hard to get something back into this game. They're only a goal away from this getting to penalties. Coughlin does well to spread it out to Tyndall. Metherwell's going to get himself around and under. Nice ball into Coughlin. It's a toe in from Jamie Barr. And another yellow card's been shown just outside the area though.
Eat up a bit of time, won't it? Definitely a yellow card there.
Yep. It certainly was. And it had to be done probably. You wouldn't want to get leave Garvin Coughlin into that 18-yard line, 18-yard area as you're retreating and trying to keep up with him. He committed everything to getting the ball. It ended up getting the player. Young Jamie Barr.
A few knocks for Cashmere today. Lockie McIsaac, hope his foot's all right. Can see him hobbling around.
Yes, taxing effort out there. Right. It's Matheson on the ball. I'll get the 10. And got Tyndall and Matheson on the ball. Tongue just sitting off to the side. Not committing the big timber to this one. Cashmere Technical. Swartz and Storer have stayed back. And it's a wee deflection there, was it? Or just skidded off the pitch a bit, and Taripa had to go to his left to secure that one. Britain just gets enough. Tongue goes. Gets rid of it. And Metherell throws the left foot at it, but can't keep it in. Well, it's been a up and down sort of game of football here with Garvin Coughlin, who's got himself beyond the defence and drawn a corner out of the Ferrymead Bays defence, cover defence. And this corner will be well watched by Downs because that's the clock. The battle of the clock here. Dehan's gone and got the ball for them. But a game that's had everything. This is exactly the kind of cup final you want. It, definitely from a neutral's point of view. We've had both teams have had a bit of the lead. Matheson swung it in towards Daripa. Again, Cashmere Technical commit the smallest possible numbers to the effort. There's Liam Murray. And Britain shuts the door on the pass through to Murphy. Dehan clipping it forward. Murphy challenging Swartz. It's Murray on the throw here. He's suggesting he can throw it long. There's a coming together from Vickers and Murphy. A few handbags there.
The line's seen something. Doesn't like.
Well, he's been well involved, this young linesman on the English Park side. Stand side. Steve Sumner stand side.
Coey's coming up for the throw.
Coey's come up. getting involved. And it's a yellow card for Murphy. And he's no too happy about it.
Not sure what that's for.
And there's fingers in the being pointed. Here we go. Taripa's forward. Murray got a good distance on the throw, has he? Oh, no, he hasn't. And Taripa's not happy with something. Giving some direct and instant feedback towards the direction of the referee. It's a corner ball.
Last
wow,
chance.
Love it. This is where we want the ball. Taripa's stayed up. Everybody's in the box, are they? Coughlin's going to stay out. Nice. He's waiting for this clearance. Ball's going to be drifted and it's gone direct. It's in there. Oh,
corner again.
Another corner. Got it. That might have been Lapsley. It just ricocheted off. He didn't know too much about it. Much like the own goal that was conceded in the first half. You can see a bit of ball in here. It's floated in. Taripa's there. He's nodded it. He's gone to the ground.
That might be it.
That might be all. It's all up on the clock. I think the referee might have just shown us some additional time, but I've missed it. Beyond the referee's call, we've got 18 minutes in the first half of additional time, and we're just coming up to 18 now. So there's plenty of kids ready to join the celebrations that are imminent for Cashmere Technical, unless Bays can pull something out of the hat in these dying stages. There's a throw on halfway. The suspense is out here is killing us. There's Bays search for something. The desperation of defence from Vickers. But Murphy's got himself on the ball. Clips it inside, but Matheson's there to clear it further forward. And it's Coughlin. Clips forward, gets clipped again. And there's a pocket being reached for.
Second yellow again.
And unfortunately for...
Metherell, is it?
Is it Metherell? He's cramped up. And I think this might be his second yellow as well.
He's played well, but unfortunate.
Now caught in that opportunity where the gliding feet of Garb and Coughlin are so inviting to give a kick, aren't they? As he just glides across the surface. And there's the second yellow for an unfortunate Daniel Metherell, who had patrolled the back for Ferrymead Bays so well during normal time. He's asking, do I have to walk across the pitch? I can hardly make it to the bench. And unfortunately for Ferrymead Bays, just in these dying stages, Daniel Metherell collecting his second yellow. And we'll spend the dying stages having to watch from the sideline. And we have another go at that throw. Well, there's been watches looked at all through the stand, having a look at the watch, trying to predict when the final whistle's going. Referee's looking, the fourth official's looking. Liam Murray goes forward. Dehan surely just plucks it forward. Storer, bit of a no contest there with Kagami. Tyndall's been going well as he drives forward. Can he get the ball to Coughlin? Coughlin's got the ball. And Murray closed down and put enough pressure on, and the touch was too strong. And there's the firm whistles of a full time. Brings this game to an end. The Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup will be back in the Cashmere Technical Trophy Cabinet for another year. That's 6 years in a row, but what an effort from Ferrymead Bays.
Yeah, they worked hard. They'll be feeling hard done by at the end there. Just needed 10 more minutes in normal time just to hold on, but
Yes, just unfortunately for Ferrymead Bays, they had the lead at half-time, conceding those two second half goals from probably their only two shots that Cashmere Technical could get on target. And it wasn't until extra time when they went their player down, conceded the penalty. Oh, what a game. Had everything in it. And the celebrations will go, and they go on for the Cashmere Technical side, and it was back to the drawing board for Ferrymead Bays, and a great season they've had. They've kept up with the leading two sides, and if they can keep this side together, they might put up something of a fight and get themselves a bit further up the table.
Yeah, they can hold their heads up high. They've performed really well today and over the season. Just maybe a bit of luck going their way with players leaving and results, but yeah, they'll definitely bounce back next year.
Yes, definitely. But Cup football was the winner today, along with ultimately the side that hung in there the longest, battled through some, play that didn't go their way, but they stuck at it. The experienced players in the yellow jerseys have come through with a great victory, and that's all she wrote for this season of English Cup football. The big thank you to Morrison Mitsubishi for their sponsorship of our Cup competitions, both the English Cup and the Rita Fitzpatrick Cup. Thank you very much for the fans that tuned in to our live coverage of every game in both competitions. And thank you to everyone who's come along to support these games in the stands. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the presentations underway. Well, thank you to everybody who came along and made a special event. It was great to see a full crowd here today at English Park in the Steve Sumner stand. And you had a treat of a game. It had everything that one. It swung both ways and it was quite a spectacle. So I'd like to, first of all, hand over to Martin Field-Dodson for his opinion on the game.
No, not opinion, mate. Just really quickly, everyone, just before all the easterly bites in, special shout out to Morrison Mitsubishi, principal and named sponsor for the Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup. They're good boys down there in Sockburn, so if you're in the market for a new car, go see them down at Morrison Mitsubishi at Sockburn or in Ashburton. Just the English Cup traditionally signals the end of the winter season, and so just look, on behalf of mainland football, on behalf of all the clubs, on behalf of players, I'd just like to special shout out to all the volunteers that make our game possible, to the match officials. Without you, we simply don't have a game. On today's game, great spectacle, and I'll leave it up to the two skippers to provide a bit more insight than what I could say. Thank you very much.
So on that, could I invite the officials to come forward and grab their commemorative medals, please. And a great fixture, obviously involves two teams. And I'd like to now invite Ferrymead Bays, the runner-up in the 2022 Morrison Mitsubishi Cup, to come forward and get your medals, please. All players and staff, come forward, please. Yeah, congratulations, Ferrymead Bays, on your season. You certainly tested all that came before you and did a solid effort out there today. On behalf of mainland football, there is a Steve Sumner Player of the Day award, and that will go to Cashmere Technical's Garvin Coughlin. And to the winners, congratulations, Cashmere Technical. 6 in a row, quite a feat, and good luck for the oncoming National League season. If you could come forward and get your medals, please.
to the coaching staff. I've got one for you as well, coming forward, grab one. But I'll pass over to Captain Tom Swartz to say a few words.
Thanks everyone. Difficult one today for me for a speech. I was actually planning a runners-up speech during the game. You guys really took it to us today. We didn't turn up, especially first half, and you won every challenge and every part of the game today. We were definitely rocked, and you were well worth your 2-0 at half time. We were struggling. Today it wasn't so much about tactics, about our technical ability. We were losing the battle. That's all we spoke about at half time, and that's what we spoke about before the game. We managed to turn that around with a little bit of extra effort. And then our magic men turned up and did what they did with Garth and Lyle. But today I'd like to give all the plaudits to you guys, especially the senior players. We come up against you a lot. You play the game right, you give your all, you get stuck in, and you don't push the boundaries too far. It's always nice after the game. So for you boys, I'd just like all lads to give you a round of applause for your efforts. For your effort. And that goes for the full season for you. As a squad, you have took the challenge to us and Christchurch United, and there's been no easy game against you all season. And I'm sure you will improve for next year. Thank you to the officials. Thank you to the sponsors, fans. There's probably a few more Ferrymead fans here today than Tech. But thank you to all that, and thank you to the kids for the ball boys and the noise that they made as well. Thanks, guys.
Right, there's just one more thing for you here, Dan. Congratulations to Cashmere Technical, the Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup winners for 2022. So congratulations to Cashmere Technical, well played to Ferrymead Bays. On behalf of Mainland Football and Morrison Mitsubishi, thank you for turning up and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Well, if I would have known that he'd parked so far away, I would have.
Yeah, please.